Thank you very much, members of the Fourth Estate, for coming over for this very important press briefing, which is being done by members of KEWOPA, Kenya Women Parliamentarians, and Kenya Women Senators, amongst other women leaders in Kenya. And today, we gather here, sadly so, for this press briefing, to strongly condemn and denounce the cruel, inhumane, degrading, abhorrent, and violent assault that Ms. Mellen Mogaka was subjected to in Nyabisimba village in Nyamira County. The violent assault and criminal behavior by the gang of criminal adult men who descended upon her while she had gone to attend the funeral of her late ex-husband was uncalled for and has no place in our modern society. Unfortunately, she was in the company of her young children whom she had responsibly brought to the funeral to pay last respect and to bury their father, which was really commendable of her to have been that considerate. Unfortunately, rowdy group of adult men in a most detestable, barbaric, and civilized form of gender violence attacked her, purporting to implement some retrogressive and uncouth cultural practice. Most unfortunately, once again, this was taking place in broad daylight, in the presence of those who were in attendance of this funeral, and we assume, including the church that was presiding, community leaders, and administration officers. We would want to repeat that culture protects and preserves dignity, and no amount of hiding behind any culture can ever justify this form of violations that were meted against the widow, Ms. Mellen Mogaka. It's a big shame, very big shame to all those criminals who did these abhorrent acts. As Kenyan women leaders and women in Kenya, we call out this culture of forcing widows to engage in certain cultural rites that they are opposed to and that are clearly repugnant to law and criminal in nature. And they're also repugnant to any form of morality and completely unconstitutional and unlawful. We are calling upon the law enforcement officers to quickly rein in on all the culprits, and we also require the Ministry of Interior to pronounce itself on this grave matter. Many thanks to the Fourth Estate for highlighting this matter. And we ask you to continue being a watchdog and an ambassador for women empowerment, women rights, and protection of women and girls, and to ensure that any form of gender-based violence cases are reported. We already know how difficult it's been for women and the girl child in the face of femicide that has been committed against several women in the Republic of Kenya. KEWOPA and KEWOSA will be presenting their views to the relevant task force, and we call on all women in Kenya to share information on any retrogressive cultures that are even being done in the absence of cameras, but which are aiding gender-based violence and sexual gender-based violence. We await for appropriate legal action to be taken against the culprits and damages also to be paid to this innocent woman who was aggrieved yesterday in that funeral. Thank you. I will now give an opportunity to my colleagues to comment on this matter. I was reading the statement, and my name is Senator Veronica.